After Bruising year, GSK Tactics Patron split in Better Health. London things are looking up for GSK and its chief Emma Walmsley because the British drugs large prepares to spin off its customer health business enterprise on Monday in London's largest listing in a decade and the company's maximum radical shake-up in 20 years. Buoyed by way of a latest medical trial fulfillment for a potential blockbuster vaccine, and the opportunity to supplement its drugs pipeline with cash from the customer health by-product, GSK has also survived a long revolt via activist buyers. Years of underperformance relative to its peers, lacking out at the lucrative marketplace for the first set of COVID-19 vaccines, and issues approximately management's medical know-how triggered the ire of activist traders Elliott and Bluebell last year. On Monday, GSK will list the consumer fitness arm, Haleon, which is predicted to have an agency fee of 3,348 billion kilos, $3,957 billion, consistent with Barclays (LON, BARC) analysts. Activist traders had urged the business enterprise to discover a sale of Haleon, domestic to brands inclusive of Sensodyne toothpaste and Advil painkillers. GSK did entertain a probable deal. Unilever NYSE, UL, made a 50 billion kilos, $59 billion suggestion that GSK rebuffed as too low. Ultimately, the decision became realistic, given Unilever's stocks plunged at the news, signaling its investors have been no longer supportive of the deal, Bluebell handling partner Marco Tirico advised. Now, so-called new GSK will become a vaccines and specialty prescribed drugs participant, with the wind in its sails. Apart from being proactive with alternatives for Haleon, GSK has applied a few tips from the activist buyers, which include hiring more human beings with scientific knowledge to its board, shoring up its pipeline, reducing its dividend and being more open with traders, cited Tirico. If you are soliciting for 10 things, and 4 or 5 are carried out, this is already better than now not doing anything, he stated. Since we got engaged with the control, there was a restoration of extra faith and better recognition on looking to bring ahead the products in the pipeline. Pipeline boost last month, GSK's keenly watched vaccine for RSV, a common respiration virus that has lengthy flummoxed scientists, became successful in a late-stage trial, imparting a large raise to the business's increased possibilities given its multi-billion-dollar top sales potential. Graphic: GSK stocks have underperformed competitors in current years. 20 chart. PNG, meanwhile, wonderful facts on its experimental drug for persistent hepatitis B that gives the capacity of a therapy has introduced to the passion, alongside a burgeoning outlook of the organization's HIV corporation, that recently saw the approval of a long-acting injectable to save you contracting HIV. Other key trial information readouts are also anticipated later this 12 months. GSK has additionally in current months agreed to buy cancer drug developer Sierra Oncology, Nasdaq, SRRA, and unveiled plans to swallow vaccine developer Affinivax even as call for GSK's blockbuster Shingrix vaccine has reinvigorated following a disruption to grown-up immunizations at some point of an awful lot of the pandemic. Both Elliott and Bluebell had known as into question Walmsley's capability to steer new GSK because it begins lifestyles as a standalone business enterprise bereft of constant customer fitness revenue to offset the unpredictability of drug improvement given she formerly ran the purchaser fitness organization and served a lengthy stint at cosmetics corporation L'Oreal. Walmsley had the easiest profile to guide Haleon, stated Tirico. Evidently she had distinctive perspectives and distinctive objectives. But we're also continually open-minded. If she supplies, it's satisfactory with the aid of us. Given a 5% rise inside the business's shares this 12 months within the face of weaker inventory markets, nice scientific trial readouts and M&A interest, faith inside the business enterprise's short-o medium-term outlook appears to be rebounding. But demanding situations remain, with the loss of exclusivity of its key HIV drug, dolutegravir, anticipated in 2028. Some investors additionally query whether or not new GSK's £33 billion revenue target for 2031 is manageable, Barclays analysts said on Thursday, noting that their estimate was within the place of around £25 billion. However, GSK has a protracted runway to execute and discover new tablets, along with probably the use of a part of the £7 billion of economic firepower it's going to generate via the Haleon byproduct to fund extra deals. "We've surely had a very good few months of constructing momentum into the Haleon separation," stated David Redfern, GSK's chief strategy officer. "Doesn't mean there is not more to do. $1 equals £0.8440.